Every human being has a certain faith in himself, and in accordance with this faith, he sets himself a goal in life that is within his reach. Fired by this goal, he arouses in himself a corresponding potential to act in this world. This potential determines his performance level in all his activities, and that performance determines the extent of his success or what he achieves in life. So, the route to happiness is faith, goal, potential, performance, success, and happiness. In this video, we will trace the key factors that govern this route to happiness, focusing more on awakening our potential so that we can maximize our performance, on which depends our success and happiness. And greater the goal we set, the greater the potential we have to awaken in ourselves. Question is, who qualifies for happiness? Answer is everyone. Everyone is striving to be happy in their own way, according to their own idea of happiness. So all people are eligible and capable of successfully attaining it. The search for happiness is universal. Everything that man does has this single aim in mind, to bring him happiness. If it did not carry that promise, no one would engage in anything in this world. The entire human drama on earth is for the single purpose of attaining happiness. Now here comes human freedom in this picture. You must be thinking that what is the need to bring in freedom in this discussion? How are success and happiness connected to freedom? Because freedom implies that there exists a choice. If there were no choice available, there would be no need for freedom. There are at least two, maybe more, but at least two categories of success or happiness for us to choose from. If we take a closer look at success, we may differentiate between two distinct types of success we're talking about. One is worldly, second is spiritual. The roads leading to these two goals may bear some resemblance to each other, as all roads do, but their divergence is what matters. In being divergent, we find that they lead to two distinct goals, and we are free to choose either of them. Humans are uniquely entitled to this freedom of choice in life that is not given to any other creature on the planet. All other creatures live by instinct. That's why they don't have freedom of choosing their path. Man alone is free to think, discriminate, and choose his way. We are free to act, to think, and to will. Human activity offers choices at different levels. We are not so much concerned with choices like whether I take cricket or football as my sport, or whether I choose to become a doctor or engineer. These are secondary choices. There is more fundamental level of choice we should draw our attention to. The choice is exercised in every sphere of life, that is action, knowledge, and desire. These three effectively encompass all the sphere of human venture. We have choice in all three spheres as what to pursue and what to reject. Some guidance is needed in this matter to enable us to choose correctly in life. The spiritual road is all uphill, whereas the worldly road is all downhill. Now the uphill and downhill are metaphoric words, not to be taken literally. They basically represent the two opposite goals. And freedom is given to all of us to travel in whichever direction we prefer, either the easy roller coaster road downwards or the more difficult climb upwards. Here upwards represent a life based on lofty values, and downwards represent the valueless worldly entanglement, a life of sense pleasure. And at every moment in life we have this fundamental choice in front of us to climb or to descend. In worldly success, in which success is synonymous with achievement, accomplishment, conquest, winning, beating or defeating any opposition and getting to the top by any means, it is about gaining the recognition of the world, and it is measured in terms of high profits, salaries, growth in sales, increase in popularity, or the votes these politicians get. And on the other hand is spiritual success. And in the context of living a spiritual life dedicated to a spiritual ideal, the words used are a bit different, not bit, very different. They are like contentment, satisfaction, fruition, realization, and illumination. More significantly, it is finding fulfillment deep within oneself, in one's spiritual being. It is measured by the amount of peace of mind one enjoys, by cheerfulness, by the cultivation of virtues or eradication of vices, by the magnetism developed in one's personality. We said it at the beginning that potential is a key factor in this route to happiness, and this potential lies within each human being. But the limits of that potential are determined by how small or big we consider ourselves to be. If we consider ourselves to be just individuals limited to this frail body and limited mind, then the potential awakened will be the same, small and limited. The majority of people in the world consider themselves in this manner, and this view of ourselves is self-condemning. We condemn ourselves to the prison cage of the body and the narrowness of individual mind, full of likes, dislikes, desires and passion. With such a view in life, naturally the potential we develop is very restricted. However, if we raise ourselves to consider our true spiritual nature, then the situation changes dramatically. The spirit is limitless. If we can transcend the individual body and mind consciousness, then there is no limit to the potential we can tap into. The more our consciousness expands to include others in life, the greater becomes our ability to tap into the infinite resource of the universe. And with such a view in life, the potential we have access to is unlimited. One who taps this fountain source of potential within himself is able to unlock great capacities in any field of activity. Physical feats that we would normally think are impossible becomes possible when the potential for it is tapped within. Great sportsmen have achieved so much by doing so. Every year on the platform of sports, old records are broken and new ones are set. Mental feats are even more staggering. The mind, when trained in a proper manner, is capable of phenomenal achievements. Speech is one of the most powerful organs of action we possess. Oratory, or the gift of expressing our ideas in such a way that we can influence other people for good. It is a potential that can be developed to great heights. Our intellectual abilities also have no limits. Question is, how can all these hidden potentials be triggered within us? They are in all of us, simply waiting for that crucial go signal. The ideal serves as a flame to trigger that latent potential and release or unlock all the dormant energy within us to manifest. For example, fireworks only await the touch of a burning flame, and then the sparkling display that follows the contact is the same as the unleashing of the potential within us triggered by the spark of a great ideal. Two things are necessary to enable us to manifest our full potential in life. First is the constructive use of our God-given freedom of choice, which we have already discussed. And second is holding the flame of a great ideal before us to detonate the potential that lies dormant within. This great ideal has two components. One is immediate goal and the second is ultimate goal. These immediate goals are the sub-goals which lead us to the ultimate goals. For example, a cricket team starts the season with the aim of winning the World Cup. That's their ultimate goal. But to achieve that, they have to focus on winning every single match. And winning match after match will bring them the World Cup. The team has to keep both the immediate and ultimate goal in mind. The intermediate goal or goals must link up together to lead to the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal of self-realization can also be handled this way. Although a time frame may be hard to set in this case, at least we need to know all the phases of sadhana that we have to practice and the sequence in which they follow each other. We need a guide or a guru to supervise our progress. In spiritual life, much depends on how we assess our eligibility to move on to the subsequent stages. Purity of mind is a key factor in this assessment. As we become more and more purified, our sadhana advances a step further. Sadhana is seen as a systematic progression or evolution from lower to higher consciousness. And each phase of sadhana must blend into successive phases harmoniously. There should not be any upheaval in the process of evolution. And if you understand all of this and if you awake this potential and reach the goal you have set, then you will be successful and happy. There is no doubt about it. So if you enjoyed watching this, please give us a like, leave a comment, and please subscribe the channel. Namaste.